Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss. Welcome back to City Skylines and the glorious place that is Paradise Falls. What have we learned in the last episode? Well, so far, apparently people don't really mind having gravel, dirt, terrible roads as much as you think they might do. Second, I need more peeps in my city before I can start naming bits of it after you lucky lot. And third, apparently I quite like being a jerk, which is news to me. I thought I was one of the good guys. Apparently not. Apparently I'm as awful as anybody else. I don't know. I just like being terrible to my poor citizens. Alright, let's get on with doing a bit more, shall we? There's nothing much happening so far in the city. It's still fairly quiet. It's very small, so I figured maybe I'll just make some more residential areas over here, and have it like there's a little township here, and we'll have another one over on this side. Because I thought I was asking for curve lines. Well, fine. I'm sure it'll be okay. Another little group over here, and they can come and we'll have one industrial. They can work. This lot can work over here as well, and we'll be like another little township, another little. I keep wanting to use the word ghetto, but it's probably a bit premature. Not that bad. But this is how cities begin. They don't generally appear fully formed. What's wrong with you? Why don't you want to join the invalid shape distance? It's only a straight line. Oh, okay. Happy. There we go. We can have another little. Oh, it's the wrong road type. How do I downgrade? Can I down? You're gonna let me downgrade this time? We had this problem last time, didn't we? Yeah, there we go. We can downgrade the road. Good. Nothing's too bad for our citizens. We'll have another little commercial area over here as well, so we can maybe let's have a little straight road like this. Like this. Yeah, I mean when towns form, you tend to have small villages, and I've got the turbos to sneeze. I'm really sorry about that. Hopefully there won't be too much of that. If it gets too bad, I'll go have some antihistamine or something. I don't know. It's like the god awful weather. What am I building here? Like a crop circle. Yeah, despite the terrible weather in Britain, I do have a bit of hay fever, which is frustrating. It's not usually something this bad this time of year, but it's the weather's a bit odd. There we go. That'll. What is this? What the hell is this? There we go. Anyway, as I was trying to say, how's the money doing? It's fine. You tend to get. There we go. Little villages that have appeared over time in an area, and what happens is you get one particular area becomes. I haven't even got much demand for residential, have I really? Let's not go too crazy. Let's build some more industrial. You start you get demand for one particular residential centre becomes dominant over the others for whatever reason. It tends to get a bit bigger and more powerful, and it grows as it becomes successful. And slowly that area begins to merge into the smaller villages around it until you end up with, I don't know, something like you start out with little villages and you end up with Cambridge, the city of Cambridge. And little villages around the outside just become the residential. People upgrading their houses. What are you doing, you fools? Well, fine. I'm sure that's an upgrade noise, isn't it? I think. Or is it a message? Is it this little jerk up here tweeting? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So what the little villages surrounding outside? Oh, power. Yeah, you might want to link them up, you fool. It's been a while since I played, as you're probably aware. The other places around just become, areas within the big city. They're reduced to that. And power as well. It has been longer than I planned to play this again. I've just been really busy, I'm afraid. So, I've really wanted to play, but simply not been able to. What are you complaining about? What I'm trying to... Better keep an eye on the power as well. Power's okay. Another windmill, probably. Let's slam another one in. There we go. Water. Water's still okay. It'll be a while before that becomes a problem. Oh, a worthy... The last thing it is a worthy village. The last thing. What do we get now? We get fire department, police department, and unique buildings. What unique buildings? I don't know. Districts! We can put districts in. Oh, we can start naming it. We'll do that in a bit, maybe. Agricultural, forestry specialisation. Stuff! Things we can do. It's going a bit faster than I expected, actually, game. I'm not sure I want to do these things yet. You want water? Fine, I'll give you some water. Yeah, it's taken longer for me to get back into it. It's just been... Work has been mad. Which is not what you hear about. I'm sure you're all busy people. You've all got busy things. You don't come here, listen to someone else complaining about their work. Let's just link this up now, shall we? So it becomes something I'm less likely to forget later. There we go. If you'd made a sensible area, me, you wouldn't be doing this little shenanigans now to try and make sure everyone's got water coverage. It probably doesn't matter, but there you go. Like that. How are we doing? Demands are all low. And it's night time. Beautiful. And what have we got over here? Different sorts of shops or drugstores? And nothing but drugstores again, probably. Convenience stores and things, quiet corner shops. Good. And more disgusting industrial over here. Okay. What was I going to do? Oh, I know what I can do. I can build... What I'm going to do was build a road sort of through the centre, because at some point maybe we will come across with a bridge. So what we can do, maybe go from this part. I'm probably going to knock some buildings down, but that's fine. I'm going to build a main road, or a dirt. I'll go for one main road, because I'm feeling generous. I'll knock down two buildings. Well, you know, never mind. And we can sort of... What am I going to cut down? I'm going to break a power line. That seems like a bad idea. Let's redirect it first, shall we? No, that's a turbine. I need some more buildings through here, really, so that I can stop worrying about connections, because the connections will be between the cities, the buildings instead. Is that still connected? It is! Due to my marvellous construction there. Good stuff. Okay, now, we'll name these areas in a minute. Now, I'm just thinking, you know, if... this is just an idea, I'm just putting it out there. If you guys over here and you guys over here were to happen to form gangs, you know, based upon where you live, just throwing this out there, I was just thinking, you know, if you decide, because you guys live a bit further away from this one, so you know how gangs form. You know, we're from this neighbourhood, we're from this hood over here, therefore we have some terrible difference. So maybe we'd like to have a bit of a rumble on a Friday night. I was just thinking, this road might make a nice border between the two areas. I mean, it's not very fair right now because there's more you guys over here than there are over here. But I'm thinking, I'm planning ahead. You know, I know I'm trying to avoid police, but maybe avoiding a fire department isn't a bad idea. I think I might have to do certain things, you know, and I think possibly a fire department is one of them. It sounds rather important. I'm trying to make it an unpleasant city, but off they go. Is that the fire brigade? Yeah, better be. Yeah, off they go. There we go. That's all right then. And we'll give them some water, because they might need some water. Sometimes required for fire departments. Where am I going to? Here. There you go. You've got some water. You have to collect some water when you get there. And you're not complaining about rubbish. You've got a dump over here. What's the problem? How can this thing can't be full, can it? 2% full. What's the problem? Not enough workers. Well, okay. Well, oh dear. That's getting a bit bad. What's on fire here? The Ready to Wear Limited. Well, the fire engines are here. It'll be all right in a minute. Don't worry about it. You know, sometimes it's good to have a bit of destruction. You need to have things. Go wrong so that people want to build more things. Isn't that how? Isn't that how the commercial system works? People must buy new things. Otherwise, no one spends any money. There you go. More people, more workers coming in. They'll be there in no time. Yeah, so, you know, if you guys want to have a bit of a rumble, as I was saying, this would make a nice little border between the two neighbourhoods. You know, what we could do, you could put, I should probably put one in, and much like the fire brigade. Is that too, why can't I put anything in there? That's a bit steep. Is that too steep there? Okay. Next to the fire brigade, we could put a clinic in. So then after your rumble, you can get yourselves sewn up at the clinic. Which would be good, be convenient, won't it? Really, I mean, just because you're a bunch of warring thugs doesn't mean you want to go a long way to get your glassing stitched up. So you can pop in here after you've had your punch up on this, whatever this road here is, to give it some dramatic name at some point. And while we're here, let's also give them we'll give them the most opportunistic shopkeeper in the entire world. An entrepreneur more than anything, because you've got to realise, you know, you've got to spot a need as an entrepreneur, and you know that when people are on a bit of a punch up on a Friday night, the ones who aren't getting sewn up in the local clinic, they're probably a bit hungry. They might want a snack or something at some point. So they can pop in there and get their nachos. What else they need? Well, where are you off to? You off somewhere already? Has there been a knifing already? Of course, I'm joking about these terrible things. Let's follow it, shall we? We're responding to the Brook residence. This is Paul. There we go. Off we go. I am talking about these things as if these guys already fight each other, but probably the crime isn't that bad at all around here, really. It's still a very small city. It's probably not that terrible at all, really. Transporting patient for treatment. See, I'm not too horrible for them after all. Oh, that's a bit sickening. There we go. So how are we doing now? Dawn is a-coming. Dawn is approaching. Are you lot still complaining about workers? What does that mean, workers, anyway? Oh, for some reason I always thought this was this symbol here was like a bag of rubbish or something. I don't know why. I know I've zoomed in. It's a person in a hard hat, isn't it? I can't believe I've played the game for so many times and not realised what that was. Do we need more people? I mean, there's not much residential demand. I'm sure we can put some more people over here. In this little hamlet. Yeah, there's not much demand for residential at the moment. There we go. So, shall we go ahead, now that we can do it, and name some of the areas around here? What are you lot complaining about? I should probably get used to the complaints, shouldn't I, really? Oh, there we go! Well, I was wrong, wasn't I? What's happened? Let's just adjust the view a little bit. Crime rate is high. Why, what happened? What happened? I'm not really surprised. It is popping up a bit sooner than I expected. Crime rate is high. See, I was going to say that, you know, when you've got a small town, how many people are actually in the town? 1,000 people. You know, people, generally speaking, are... What's that? That's a different symbol. Why's that a different symbol? Why is that a different symbol to that one? That's a burglar symbol. A masked man symbol. This is like a police symbol. Okay, we're gonna ignore it for now. We'll see how bad it gets. When you've got a small township, you know, generally speaking, people are quite well behaved. You know, they don't. As soon as it isn't like as soon as you remove the authority figure, like the teacher leaving the classroom, it isn't immediate that all chaos, all order breaks down and chaos reigns supreme. You know, it takes a bit of time, and I'm still a little surprised it's popping up so soon. It's gone away again. There you go. Obviously, the crime's just going away on its own. Maybe these guys are hunting down the miscreants themselves, executing them in a GTA 5 style method. I don't know. We'll leave it for now, though. It's fine, I think. It's okay. It's all right. What do we need now? Well, we're going to name some areas, won't we? So, I'll remind myself how to do this. What's this? Industrial specialisation. Don't worry about that. We're going to name some things over here. Now, I can name individual places. I can name individual people, I think, possibly. But we're just going to name little areas over here. And I thought maybe we could start with naming this little area down here. And, of course, a number of you have said Birdsong District. It's a tiny town! How nice. Go away. Thank you very much. A number of you have said, how long is it going to be before you name the sewage disposal area after me? But of course I wouldn't do that to my lovely viewers. There are now how many of you are there now? 394, I think, or 95? Something like that now. Of you crazy people. But let me just roll the random number table, and no, I won't do that. I'm going to name this after someone else in particular. I will name certain bits of the city after things of my free choice, because I wouldn't name this after one of my viewers. So this is going to be, I think, the I hope I'm spelling this correct. The Osborne outflow. There we go. In case you're not aware, and why would you be, unless you're British? George Osborne is our Chancellor. He's the man who looks after the money in the country. He's the sort of man also who does things like tries to cut benefits to poor people or disabled people. Because I do partly agree with that. I mean, I'm sure you're sick like me of the god awful disabled people always lording it over the rest of us with their limos and their jewel encrusted pimp canes that they go around with, and diamond studs on their guide dog collars and all the rest of it. Yeah, so this is the sort of guy. If anyone needs a sewage outflow named after him, I think George Osborne is probably the kind of guy. But alongside that, so we'll keep that as the Osborne outflow, and over here, possibly the dump as well needs the landfill site needs a naming as well. And I think I'll go for I think I might need another one over here actually. So I'll make it a bit wider. What are they going to call this? Birdsong District again? Victoria Hills? No. Now we're going to call this. Actually, I need to do two. I need to. That's too big an area. Actually, I need to resize that. I've made it too big because I want to have a separate name for. No. That one. Revise the district. I want to have a separate name for each dump. Would be nice. And we're going to call this, I think. Can I name that? Is it going to name that? That's going to rename the landfill site. I want to rename the district. There we go. Name of the Trump dump. Nice. Okay, and don't worry if you're a fan of Trump. What are you doing watching me for? We'll have one named after Hillary over here, possibly Hillary's Hole, as being someone as equally unpleasant as well, not quite as equally unpleasant as Trump, but getting that way. So there you go. But how are we doing, by the way? Before I go ahead and name any other areas, you lot want power. Are we running out of power again? Yeah, these little windmills aren't really cutting it, are they? Here we go. Wait for that to kick in. Are they too close to each other? Are they stealing each other's wind, by the way? Is that a thing? It is, isn't it, I think? Yeah, we've got to do another one, haven't we, really? Can they steal each other's wind? I think they might be able to if they're too close to each other. I mean, let's have a look here. Oh, I want to know what if they're losing power. Let's be 10. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of things like Anno 2070, where if buildings are too close to each other at the same time, they can kind of steal things away from each other. The crime complaints are getting quite high, but we're going to resist it. We're not going to do anything yet with that. How are we doing? Maybe some more commercial. That's exactly what you need when you've got. Has anyone built anything over here, by the way? When you've got high crime rate, that's exactly what you need. It's more commercial. What's here? A neighbourhood shop. That's exactly what I was thinking. There you go, ice creams. Ice creams. Just what you want to have while your friend is being stitched up in the medical centre. Good stuff. Right then, let's name a whole borough after somebody. And even when the city gets big, when they start to merge into each other, we'll keep them separate. We'll remember the old days of when the boroughs were separate little towns. So let's go for probably about here. That's a bit small. Is that a bigger one? That's a bigger. Oh, that's a bit big. A medium-sized circle. There we go. I'm not surprised I'm not getting much demand for growth really, because actually I am now. I'm going to say because at some point the terribleness of the city is going to put people off moving here. But we've not reached that limit yet, and we'll keep pushing it until that actually happens. This is a much bigger area. Oops, over here, isn't it? A much bigger area. We might have to expand these guys a little bit, and we'll name this one over here the industrial area, because I don't think it's too bad to name an industrial area after somebody. Is it? Maybe it is. We'll expand over this way for this as well. Right then, so okay. What do we have here? Fawn Heights. No, okay. So, time for the random number table. We have here... Okay, a nice one to start with. Some of these are going to be a bit trickier than others, I think. Having seen some of the crazy names you lot put in. We've got Dennis Farley, number 140 on my list. Hello, Dennis. I don't know if you're still active or not on my account or not, but your name's still on here. So what are we going to do about this? We've got the Fawn Heights. We can just make it the Farley Heights. Is that okay? Is that close enough for you to know? I guess it is. There we go. We don't have to name it anything unpleasant, do we? That's because the crime is dreadful around here. What is it like? Can you see about crime on here? Average land value, 3 something per metre square. Doesn't sound very high. I'm not really surprised. Can't see about anything on there. We can put policies in there. What about policies? Can we do policies yet? Ban all pets. Am I that horrible? I might be at some point. I don't know. Decreased happiness is the last thing we need. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I forgot about its recreational use. Is that the drugs? I think it is, isn't it? Okay, fine. We won't mess around with that for now. The Farley Heights. There you go, Dennis. Thank you. Thank you for being my sub, and congratulations. That's the first one on there. Who else we got over here? We're going to have... Hold on a second. Oh, this is more like it. Here you go. Number 197. Crazy Killer. Crazy Killer 54. That's more like one of my subscribers. There you go. Crazy Killer 54. Well, I can't put that as an area, can I? Let's put that as a... I don't know what to put for it. Great. Crazy Killerville. There we go. Well, if you do your guys do take on my general suggestion of forming gangs, I think the Crazy Killers will be an excellent gang to start off with. I mean, it's virtually a gift, isn't it? Really, you can have it tattooed across your knuckles, can't you? You can have. Oh, it's not enough letters. I was thinking across the front of your knuckles. You can't put killer on the other side. You haven't got enough fingers. Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't know what the inbreeding's like around here. You could do crazy on one side. I don't know. So you can put on the other one. But you've virtually got your gang name there already. The Farleys, I have no idea what you can call yourself.